it's not complicated. I mean, it's pretty much what it does. What it says on the tin. That's the whole point. And there's not a lot of lyrics to it anyway. But I mean, it's just more about kind of turning to religion as some kind of comfort blanket, and then being shocked when it fails, because it always fails.
Yeah.
So it's and it always causes more. So it's about something you turn to, but always fails as well. So it's almost like
like a ghost,
a kind of stupid. A cycle that just goes round and round and round, and it never works. But you still do it,
Yeah.
So I guess it could be like some kind of weird addiction as well. So, yeah, I mean, my last line was just, all you can do is enjoy the ride. I don't know where I got that from, but anyway.
Yeah.
I'm still in the process of editing these liner notes actually, but yeah. So yeah, it's a simple song. There's not. I mean, there's about fucking 10 lines to the whole thing. Anyway.
Yeah, it's a simple song. Yeah.
Yeah, but the line "For Jesus Christ," I mean, Greg kind of did that because I had to make everything around that because that's the hook.
Yeah.
For Jesus Christ, that's the hook of, and Greg did pretty much everything on this, I think. But from what I remember, and maybe I did the verses, but the chorus he did the choruses. But yeah, the "For Jesus Christ" line, he kind of sang that in just off the top of his head, and then I thought, well, I've got to keep those words because they sound so good.
Yeah, it's very profound. Yeah.
I couldn't change those words. That's the thing sometimes. Sometimes words, they sound so good you can't change them. I mean, I heard that song by The Killers the other day. It was playing in a beach bar. And it was, what is it? Are we something or are we dancers or whatever? Are we?
Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Dancers. I mean, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But I just saying to my wife, he couldn't have chosen any of the lyrics because he obviously hummed that along and thought, well, I'm going to have to use those words because they sound so good on this part.
Right, and that's what you're left with, yeah.
So sometimes it's quite funny. Like, sometimes it's, you've got to kind of base the whole thing around the words that really work on the hook.
Yeah.
Which is, that's always a challenge as well. That's always a challenge.
Sure.
To do that. So,
I really like Ghost, and Greg and I talked about this because it's a vocal driven song, right? Greg said really the guitars are almost an accompaniment, whereas the vocals are really driving this song all the way through.
Yeah, it's kind of it's like I say, just words kind of song. It's like an older PL, kind of late 90s, early 2000s kind of vibe, I think.
Yeah.
But I mean, and it's a real kind of gothy, sort of goth club sort of song. It's something we would have probably loved when we were kids. I don't think Greg's that keen on this now, actually, but I still think I still love this song. It's really up my street, this song.
Yeah, no.
I kind of like the kind of driving golf songs. I love stuff like that. Temple of Love, that kind of thing. I love that sort of stuff. So it's and stuff like this is great live as well. It'll be a really popular live song, I think.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. What about The Devil Embraced, which I think is it's either Fall from Grace or The Devil Embraced are my two favorite songs on this one. And I like The Devil Embraced because it has a lot of parts, but somehow it all connects well, right? There's a lot of riffs. You're doing a lot of things vocally between your clean and gruff vocals. There's a lot of melodies going on, but somehow it all works as one.
Yeah, this is very. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely one. I think Greg did a lot of chopping around with this one.
Uh-huh.
I probably worked on about 6 or 7 separate parts, and then I didn't hear anything for a week, and then this came back. So it was. I mean, I like stuff that's got kind of, like you say, there's so many parts where you just don't get it at first listen, and then eventually it all makes sense. And that's one thing I like about discovering bands when I was younger. It wouldn't necessarily make sense, and then all of a sudden it just all worked.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this song is much a good example of that. So yeah, no, that just made me. I mean, when I first heard Master of Puppets, I didn't even like it.
Yeah.
And then suddenly it all made sense.
Right.
And
sure.
Yeah, it's always more interesting. I think if you get something straight away, it doesn't last as long. It's more throwaway if you get it immediately.
Sure.
So it's nice to have things to get into and to listen to a few more times, and you'll hear different things, different layers and things. And so yeah, this was a very kind of meaty PL song, I think.
Definitely, yeah, it's great. You're saying the fullest trust the devil embraced in the chorus, correct?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was sort of thinking about when people were kind of the atheist or very negative against religion all their life, they seem to turn to God in the later stages, as it's some kind of, they're going to get, they might have led